like I say, for a while there, I had plenty of coal. So, like I say, LS and LC shipyards. Um, my Belfast and other shipyards, I had plenty of coal. I was number one in coal mining. I was number one in mining in general. I had the biggest mines and the biggest mining camps and the biggest mine and water hydro system. I also had safe food or food farms basically that were being done. I used a lot of hydropower and also wind power and did other things. I also used a lot of steam power. Like 80% of my stuff was actually steam. If you look at it, it's like mostly steam. I was a steam empire basically. On other planets, you can't really. Other races and other planets use different things, but basically, I like I say, and as a human and as a person, I did not like other people were going to make this great leap into what is radiation and radioactivity. And like I say, I knew that radiation, in order to mess around with nuclear bombs, you need to be behind a leaded wall or you need to be shielded, and you also, I forget exactly what it is. It's not metal absorbs some radiation, and also wood absorbs some other radiation. There are different particles. A true radioactive barrier uses wood and I think metal and also lead. It's the tightness or the heavier the material, the the more it whatever. But for some reason, I think wood actually does. Anyway, we use a lot of lead basically. Lead is safe. Anyway, and theoretically, maybe lead might be depleted some sort of reactive material. There's a range of material as it gets more dense and then expands more. But anyway, the point was though that when people started messing around, when they discovered reactivity and the effects of radiation and uranium, I advised them caution and also advised them not to, because out there in space, the sun, the star in the middle of our galaxy is basically a giant fusion reactor that spits out particles and reactive. It's radiation. That's why we're so far away from it. Anyway, some people said I was wrong. Some people said I was lying. Some people said I was holding them back. Anyway, there was a time when I did not know about radiation and people died. I lost good people. And after that, I said, no, we need to be careful, we need to be shielded, and we need to treat this with caution and respect. Anyway, so some people lost their hair, and they said, "Oh, we're just losing our hair. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're just losing our hair." And I said, "No, you're not fine if you're losing your hair. That's not normal. That's not okay. There is damage done. We just don't know what it is exactly. I don't even know why people would lose their hair with radiation. I'm not exactly sure on the whole losing your hair part. Like I said, my name is Lucifer or Lucifer Star or LS. I'm basically a leader of. I was a leader of 12 races and a leader of 400 planets. I'm an epic creator of over 100 trillion years ago. I knew about everything at one point in time, all matter types. Basically Alexander Lucifer Luera, also known as Brian, British. Anyway, um, Germany had messed around with reactivity. I think Hitler or Himmler or whoever did not regard my words of caution and said he's holding us back, and they surged ahead. And I believe they're messing around with radiation in open rooms. They would just take the reactive material, they would refine it, and then they were just examining the metal with their eye and looking at it and stuff like that. Well, I mean, usually it's too hot, I think, or something. Anyway, though, the point was they looked at it as just like it gets hot, whatever. And I forget what it's giving out. I tried to tell them it's giving off particles, and that's what creates. Because I tried to tell them, I said, well, I mean, at first we didn't really know exactly, but then it's like, but then later on, I'm like, it's giving off particles. Those are, that's one particle hitting another particle, and then it destabilizes. Anyway, it's all complicated and everything else. Anyway, in 1960 or 19 whatever, they're like, let's do this. Let's create. You're holding us back. We're gonna create these hot rocks. You put them inside your. You could even see the commercials too. They're filmed. And they demonstrate it. How you take these two items, and you put them together, and then you put it inside of your hot water heater, and then it creates hot water and boils around, and then you have hot water for life. There's commercials of this. Or you take these two pieces of metal and you put it together and put it in your pocket, and you walk around and it warms your leg. And there was even a stove that was planned, where you take the thing and then it just stays hot all day, or something like that. Warming plate or something. There was a warming plate that they were going to do, and I was like, no, do not ship those. And I even banned him. I said, I will not ship anything that is radioactive or anything that is, nor will any of my employees handle it. We will not touch it. We will not handle it. We will not do anything that is radioactive or like that. And I wouldn't ship it. I was like, you have to get your own crew and your own people and your own factory to do this. I said, I will not support it. I will not back it. I will not get near anything like that, nor will my people. Somebody thought I was holding them back. Somebody thought, radiation, uranium is a new great thing. He's just holding us back. He's the steam empire lord. The lord, he's Lucifer, lord of the whatever. Cast him out. He's holding us back. And they started to refine uranium in mass at this facility. I'm pretty sure they all died. Like I said, I'm pretty sure their hair fell out and then they all died. And some black people wouldn't let them leave or something like that. I think I raided it, I'm pretty sure. I sent an army to find them, to make sure that everyone that was there wanted to be there, because it's like, you guys are going to die in 3 or 4 years. At best. Like I say, a lot of people that they're going around saying, I'm radioactive and I'm fine. It's like, I don't really think that there are any people that are actually radioactive, that are actually still alive, that are fine. But there are certain people that became somewhat radioactive and they wandered around. There's one guy in China that said that he was radioactive. And there were cases of people that may have handled radioactivity and been fine, but 90% of the people die, I'm pretty sure. And they did tests and they showed that cockroaches are about the only thing that can withstand radiation and not die. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's video evidence of this. And Nixon and some other people were saying, "Oh, they're just putting in a gas, and then the animal dies." You can see it right there. See the air supply? It's actually a gas. They're putting it to sleep or something. Anyway, I don't really exactly know the full details of it. I just know that LS ships, LC shipping. I did have a thorium reactor in one of my ships, and it was handled very carefully and put inside my ships. And then later on, I wouldn't use it on anything except for my high military vessels, and only with extreme caution. It's one of those things that you can do if you really know what you're doing, and you have to use like titanium pipes or piping that will not rust or degrade ever, basically. And it's something that's really dangerous. Some people said that was just the steam and coal king and basically trying to hold back civilization, that radiation is fine. You could have it inside your car and it's fine. Nixon or Mr. Brown and Mr. Black were spearheading it or something like that. Anyway, Harlem and Wolff. It's why Harlem and Wolff actually went bankrupt, too. Anyway, LS and LC shipyard, we never went bankrupt. We were fine. We lived for a reason. I wouldn't ship it, and when it came time to make the decision, I said no. Absolutely not. Anyway, and I warned my people to stay away from it and not to do it. Steam is fine. Hydropower is fine. There's plenty of coal, there's plenty of oil, there's plenty of trees, there's plenty of wood. And I had large forests. And we had ways of growing more trees. But somebody was saying, the trees are being depleted. We will run out of resources soon. It's like, I don't think so. If you're planting more, and you know, I paid for planting of trees too. So, and air seeding. They used to do air seeding. They would fly over and throw seeds from the air.